We are continuing to track reports of an explosive meeting over those sweeping DOGE government cuts, Elon Musk versus Marco Rubio. The dust-up reportedly coming during a private cabinet meeting this week when Musk accused Rubio of not cutting enough of his staff. After a heated back and forth, a new indication from Trump of willingness to put limits on Musk. Trump posting on social media after the meeting, the next phase of cuts will use a scalpel rather than a hatchet. NewsNation's Libby Dean live at the White House tracking all of this for us. Libby.
Natasha, for the first time, President Trump putting limits on what the Department of Government Efficiency can do. This happening at a cabinet meeting at the White House that reportedly got heated this past week. President Trump reining in Elon Musk and his DOGE capabilities behind closed doors this week, amid confusion in Washington about all the cuts being made so far. In a social media post following Thursday's meeting, the president saying he wants the cabinet to work hand in hand with DOGE on their staffing and spending, but final decisions will be up to the department leaders. Despite Trump ending the post by saying, quote, the relationships between everybody in the room are extraordinary, reports soon emerged about a couple of back and forths between Musk and a few cabinet members. The most fiery being with Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The New York Times reporting the meeting was explosive, with Musk and Rubio getting into it over government cuts. Musk chastising Rubio for not having fired anyone yet from the State Department. Rubio responding by saying that's not true, questioning Musk on whether the 1,500 plus who took buyouts counted towards the layoffs. Musk then got in a jab at Rubio, saying he was, quote, good on TV, before President Trump got involved to defend Rubio's work. The White House and the president have since been downplaying the reported spat, saying the two men get along great.
No clash. I was there. You're just a troublemaker. And you're not supposed to be asking that question because we're talking about the World Cup. Elon gets along great with Marco, and they're both doing a fantastic job. There is no clash.
And President Trump doubling down on that denial that you just heard there, posting on Truth Social tonight, highlighting Marco Rubio and Elon Musk's good relationship. Both Trump and Musk are at Mar-a-Lago this weekend, Natasha.
NewsNation's Libby Dean at the White House. Thank you. And for more, we're welcoming in Niall Stanage, White House columnist with our partner, thehill.com. Niall, great to see you as always. Thanks for being here.
Great to see you too, Natasha.
And Niall, you wrote about this Musk-Rubio clash on the Hill just yesterday. Was this more personal or political? What about this clash is particularly noteworthy?
I think this is one of the situations where the personal is political, to use that old saying, Natasha, because on one hand, there does appear to be some personal rivalry between Elon Musk and Secretary Rubio. But really, the substantive point here is the idea that is clearly held by a few Trump cabinet members that Elon Musk is kind of careening around through government, demanding cuts over departments that those secretaries technically preside over. So I think that that is causing some concern, at least, as is the fact that, frankly, Elon Musk isn't that popular. Obviously, he's not elected, but opinion polls show his ratings considerably lower than President Trump, who is, of course, himself a somewhat divisive figure.
Yeah, you have your ear to the ground. I mean, we've seen those public opinion polls about Elon Musk in terms of what Americans think. What do people within D.C., within these circles, within these cabinet meetings, how do they regard Musk, Niall?
I think the disquiet around Musk is because he is seen as someone who grabs headlines, has a lot of power through his wealth. I mean, let's not forget, he spent around $250 million getting President Trump elected. And so there is this concern about him using that influence for his own personal benefit, whether it is his businesses or the general expansiveness of his power. And so all of these things fuel concern about Elon Musk and about his approach.
The New York Times is saying that Trump seemingly sided with Rubio after the spat and has said department leaders will now have more direct say in the cuts. Niall, are we seeing a marked shift for Trump here? Does this mean he will be putting more limits on Musk?
It, I think, suggests that, but only to a mild degree. I have never been one of those who have thought that Elon Musk and President Trump are bound to have some acrimonious falling out, because I actually think the president is well aware of Elon Musk's capacity to shape a public perception through his proprietorship of X, formerly known as Twitter, in particular. Having said that, President Trump plainly is moving to stress that cabinet secretaries are the ones best placed to make these supposedly more precise cuts in the near future.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.